spring. Do you believe that it's ever going to get to that 120? No, it's growing up. It's maybe not going to grow up as much as it's been doing it recently, but I don't see it going backwards. I don't see it ever getting back to the...
Yeah, I mean, the question is, I think that kind of leads into the coach's corner here, which is leading into 1% down payment loans, which a lot of people now, and I want to hear what you got to talk about on the 1% down payment loans, because I think, like you said, Tony V, a lot of people are holding this lottery ticket, waiting for the market to crash. Meanwhile, transactions are happening. 10,000 transactions a day are happening. People buying real estate, selling real estate, and establishing wealth, jumping on the train, and other people are still sitting at the train station waiting for a better train to come. And is it going to come? I don't know. Maybe one thing that's popped up is the 1% down payment loans. Yeah. So what is that? What's your thoughts on it? Yeah, what is that, Coach?
Before I jump into that, some people, rock with Dave Ramsey, or some people do Grant Cardone. Y'all know Grant Cardone.
I'm down with all of them.
Yeah, and they all of them have some good things to say, whatever. Yeah. But if you follow that dude, he's like, man, there's no crash coming, and we've been saying it.
Dave Ramsey, yeah,
he been said it.
Yeah, and then Grant Cardone was like the other day, was like, man, there's no, this, it's not gonna crash. Like, there's no crash coming.
Only people who think it's gonna crash are the people who don't know anything about real estate.
Right. And
and the cousins.
And their cousin, right.
Uncle.
Who bought a home in 25 years ago.
That's a great question too. A follow-up question is like, oh, great. When did he buy? Oh, he hasn't bought. And I'm like, so he's giving you advice on something that he hasn't done?
Or he bought in 1986.
Oh, he used to be an appraiser back in 1984.
He was a used car salesman. He sell life insurance, and
he was an appraiser. Yeah, for an insurance company for total vehicles. I'm like, that's not the same.
That's not the same.
That's not the same. He's like, no, he knows how to look at it.
Check out this 1% though.
He uses Zillow.
Coach's corner 1%. So on a conventional loan, the minimum required down payment is 3% for your first-time buyers. If you're a repeat buyer, your down payment required on a conventional loan is 5%. So first-time buyer, which means you have not owned a property or had zero ownership interest in a property in a 3-year time frame. That means that if you've never had a loan in your name for a mortgage or had a mortgage in your name, you're a first-time buyer. But if you are not on the loan, but you're on the deed of somebody's house, you have legal ownership of that property, and you are eliminated from first-time buyer products because you have legal ownership.
So is this a grant? Do I got to pay this back?
3% down payment. 2% of it is a grant that you never have to pay back.
Never have
to pay back. And then the 1%, forever.
Wait, what is it like Fannie Freddie, or is it not?
So you go by Fannie and Freddie guidelines. Gotcha. So one of the investors that I partner with, this is their internal program.
Nice. Your audience? I'm sorry to cut you off. Is your audience like what's your audience? Is it consumer, or is it
we the real estate wire squad? So we talking to buyers, sellers, investors, people who looking to up their real estate portfolio. People who looking to get into the flip game, who looking to buy, sell, and invest.
Was that too technical to ask Fannie Freddie? Would they understand that? Okay.
But they would not. They might understand Fannie
in the DMV. Like, our people are local, like in the DMV. So is this conventional? Is it?
It's a conventional loan, so it's backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. What you think it's got to be?
I'm going to guess 640.
620.
Hey,
what are the ratios? Meaning your debt
to income ratio. So your maximum debt to income ratio follows Fannie and Freddie guidelines, which is capped out at 50%. So of course, if you got a lower credit score, then you want to have a lower debt ratio because the risk becomes too great, right? But if you have a higher credit score, again, all you need is a 620. But if you have a higher credit score, then you can go up in your debt to income ratio, get closer to 50%.
Overcompensating factors.
It seems like the 1% down payment. It seems too good to be true, Coach.
Well, sometimes it can be, right?
What's the catch?
Now, there are income restrictions, right? So what they do, but Home Ready, Home Possible, which is backed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, they have the income restrictions. And what we look at is the area median income. So I took some time to research what area median income would be. And that just means like the average income in certain areas. The area median income in this DMV area is like $140,000, right? You can only, for this program, you can only make 80% of that. But that means that 80% of that is about $112,000.
So as long as you don't make more than
Like 112,000.
you have to make
Within a
under.
specific area.
Make under
Right.
112.
So whatever area, you have to look at the area.
So
mean
I
income.
looked at Charles County. I looked at DC.
Where do you get the data? Is it something that has to be specific, or can you say
Where do I get that data about the income?
Yeah, can I say like, Tony V's website says that the medium income, and then use that?
You probably can't do that, but you can go to like the Home Ready and Home Possible eligibility
They
websites.
have, okay.
They'll tell you. All you do is you pull it up, put in the address. You can even put in the city, and that city will tell you the average median or the median income in this area. So I looked up Waldorf, I looked up Accokeek, I looked up DC, Alexandria, even like Warrenton. So
What'd you come up with?
$140,000.
Okay, got
80% of that is $112,000. So if you're in the Prince George's, Montgomery, Fairfax, Charles County, like, you know what I'm saying, like in this DMV area, your income maximum is $112,000 for this program. Now, here's the thing that, and it's on 1-unit properties only. You got to occupy the property as your primary residence, but not only do you have the debt ratio restriction, which every loan program has, you have the income restriction. But here's the thing that a lot of people are not telling. When you're advertising this mortgage product, they look at it and say, we're going to give you a 2% grant or the lesser of $4,000, right? So
keep going.
So check this out.
You like that?
Yeah, thank you.
So check this out. 3% down payment is on a $200,000 property is $6,000.
Mm-hmm.
That person needs to pay $6,000. I'm going to cover 2% of that on the grant. That's the $4,000. They pay the $2,000, and they come 2 plus.
So the max of the grant is $4,000.
$4,000 or 2%, whichever is lower.
What? Oh wait, what? That's weak.
It's not weak.
Why it's not weak? That's weak.
Because
Always fine print.
so right, it's the fine print.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: you're selling homes in Baltimore. You're selling homes in other places that may have a little bit lower, and it's a nationwide available program. So you find, okay, well, I'm a first-time buyer. We're already looking at interest rates. Maybe you're not going to be able to afford a $600,000 property anyway. So you're bringing it down, and we'll say we'll give you a grant.
Let's say 400,000.
3% is 12,000.
3 is 12. So you're only getting 8.
No, you can get 4.
But you're getting 4 off, so you got to bring 8.
Because 2% of 400,000 is $8,000.
Right. So you got to bring 8.
No, you got to bring 4 because the program was not going to give you 2%. They're not going to give you $8,000. It's going to give you the maximum of $4,000.
Right. So
2% or $4,000, whichever is lower.
2% or $4,000. So they're only going to give you $4,000.
So it's basically $4,000
off of the $12,000 that you're supposed to bring.
The maximum money, right? The maximum.
So then you
money,
have to bring $8,000 to the table for your down payment because they're not going to give you the full
correct. Correct.
2% credit.
Right,
they're only going to
right.
give you $4,000.
Right. So
you got to bring 8.
Do you do graphics? Can you put graphics like
I
little?
could put like a little halo around.
No, but like he putting even numbers like all jumbled up.
Or
when you're doing that, because I'm like,
if that's what you want, we can put it in there. We take special requests. Tony V.
So
just like what?
So UWM is who I partner with. This is a United Wholesale Mortgage Program. We came out with it, and then Rocket came out with it, and then Rocket we would sweeten the pot, and then Rocket, it's this back and forth thing.
Right. I mean, that's the beauty of capitalism. It's the competitiveness in the market, when it's not super regulated.
But it's got to be fully disclosed. So this program is super sweet. Now I can close it in 15, 21 days, which most of your down payment programs or those assistance programs take 30, 45 days.
Mm-hmm.
So the money can be there. It's a grant. You don't have to pay it back up to $4,000 or 2%, whichever is lower. 620 credit score. There is mortgage insurance, of course, if you're not putting down 20%, but the PMI or mortgage insurance is cheaper in this program because it's based through Fannie and Freddie with the Home Ready, Home Possible.
That's exciting, man.
Who would need this? Who would benefit from this?
I think your first time buyers that are looking in areas that the sales prices are not what you see in this the immediate DMV area. So, let's say Baltimore, because you can get we got under contracts in a couple places, 150, 200,000, get you something good in
Hagerstown,
Baltimore.
maybe.
Probably.
Perfect. Salisbury.
Yeah.
Waldorf.
Just go out a little bit on the outskirts, right?
That sums up everything we talk about, which is like, you're either gonna pay more or go out further.
Yeah.
That's it. And I mean, that's pretty much, especially when you live, in a like a near a metropolitan area like a DC and Miami and stuff like that. There's always going to be these outskirts, these what they call secondary markets that are going to be less expensive, that are still going to be good. You're still be close to the city.
I love that. I mean, I
but
love
if you in these types of markets, we have to think of real estate as a long-term game, right?
Absolutely.
So if you think, all right, I'm gonna move out here, grab me some real estate real quick while things is hot. The prices is a little hot. I'm gonna move out further, and then once I build my equity, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, then you're moving closer. You're moving a little bit closer.
Baby steps. That's a great strategy.
It's baby steps.
But a lot of folks, unfortunately, with everything that's transpiring, they want the forever home now.
Yeah,
right.
they want
On the
they
first
want
one.
they
It's
want
like-
the dream home. They don't want to settle. It's like, everybody's settling. $2 million people who can buy $2 million houses, they want $5 million houses.
Yeah.
They're settling. Everybody's settling. I can't get everything that I want. Like,
Yeah,
we all can't afford everything.
And then now you